Yo, Bo here from the Local Losers. It's hot as crap. I just spent 10 minutes taking my freaking body kit off in the sun and I broke a sweat, hit my head on my freaking spoiler, but now I'm loaded up on the dyno. We got the RX7 on the dyno today. Just got the Turbo 2 trans in it. Got a new clutch from ACT. We had to get a new bunch of everything. Starter, cross member, freaking slave cylinder, drive shaft. And we're here. It's Saturday night. We're gonna see what kind of numbers she puts down and we're gonna get her tuned, and I'm not exactly sure how much boost we're gonna be running, but I don't know. Everything's gonna be a surprise. Who knows? So this is set up more or less. We got air blowing in the front, just like the car is moving. Got the laptop set up inside. My janky interior looking all shitty. William Bailey out there, my tuner. Making sure this thing isn't gonna fly off the freaking dyno. So, a lot of you might not know the story of this car, but I've been building it for about, I don't know, 4 years, maybe 5 years. It seems a little excessive, and it is. I was just very like, I don't know, motivation waxes and wanes. It gets better and goes away, and I do other stuff like play video games, and I'm at work and doing all other kind of stuff. But it took a long time, and once I finally got it fired up, like I was super excited. It's to the point where I can drive it around. I can't beat on it a whole lot because it'll start overheating a little bit, but we're hoping to freaking curb that enthusiasm today. Keep it down so it stays cool. William has 2 RX7s that he tuned himself. One with pretty close to the same setup that I have, and he's putting down 500 horsepower and 500 torque, which is pretty ridiculous for a freaking you know, home-tuned RX. I say home-tuned. He tuned it before he became a professional tuner, and now he's got this shop and this dyno, and he's like professionally tuning. But he was making 500 and 500 way before he had this shop. His wife also has an FD, and I think he was saying it makes like 290 or something like that, which is, you know, about right for factory twins. But they both run really strong. His like shoots flames out the back and everything, which is what I'm hoping this will do. So catch me in a minute and we'll be watching this thing get tuned. So what's going on right now is he's driving it just to see, like, oh wow, that's really loud. I gotta walk like way over here. So he's driving it just to see like where the performance is right now. Not really getting horsepower numbers, but he's looking at the boost levels. He's looking at the AFRs, where everything is and the RPMs. I assume he's just running like first, second, third gear. I don't really know. I'm just kind of letting him do his thing. I'll ask questions afterwards. I don't want to bother him right now. But man, it's loud. So we're still here. It's been about an hour. We had an exhaust leak, so I had to tighten up one of my exhaust manifold studs. What else? We had to stop for a second because we had a wire rubbing on a pulley. We had to stop again because the freaking little exhaust tube came off that vents the exhaust outside. We had to stop and like do some internet searching and do some phone calling because the AEM wideband is reading different on the gauge than it's sending out to the Haltech. So if it's reading like 13.5 on the gauge, it's only reading like 12.7 on the Haltech. And it'd be nice when data logging for everything to match up. We don't want to push it too hard without, you know, knowing what all our values are, knowing what's safe and what isn't. William is a very safe tuner. he is going to try to get me around the 300 torque mark, maybe the 400 horsepower mark, because that's what I would like, to be able to drift with ease, you know. But he's going to do what's safe, and then he's going to call it, and I trust him. So that's what we're doing. I think he's doing a little more calibration. He's doing calibration on the wideband, and then I think we might rip. Oh, I hear the RPMs going up. I don't know if he's tuning or, I mean, he's obviously tuning, but I don't know if he's trying to get horsepower numbers or what. So I'll be back in a minute. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm eating. I decided that, like, the best way that I can help is just to stay out of the way. So I got my girlfriend to bring me some food, and she brought William something to drink, and we're just chilling. We're data logging right now. We hit a couple of boost spikes, and we found out that my wastegates are hooked up wrong. My wastegates to my MAC valve to my intake manifold are wrong. So we got to kind of figure that out, and then we're gonna, you know, do some more pulls, I guess. Oh, I think he's calling me. How am I looking? Sweet. So we're here at LSR Performance again. I feel like a newscaster with you holding the camera. Ryan's here holding the camera. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So this is like the second or third time I've been here about the RX7. Last time we were trying to do some boost runs and get some tuning done. It sounds really good. We were trying to do some boost runs and get some tuning done, but we were running into like fuel holes and stuff like that, so it was breaking up real bad once it got into boost. William kept the vehicle for about 2 weeks, and over the course of that, he rebuilt my entire fuel system, all the way from the front to the back. He put in a Hellcat fuel pump. So I'm hoping you can hear me over the car, but this is a list of things that he found wrong with my car while he was going through it. It's a pretty big list. I took a picture of it, and I'm hoping to correct some of that after we get it tuned and I get it back to my house. I can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, like, you know, a couple things a day maybe.
Hold on. Hi. I was not present for any of this.
He's just trying to say this wasn't his fault.
What happened over here?
Just look. Just look.
It's a sad day.
Dude, you're a sad day.
I mean, it's kind of like it's bittersweet, right? Like it's the same way I felt about the Nissan.
Yeah, I guess. So the last thing you saw is we were on the dyno doing pulls and whatnot, and you know, it's a rotary. It hadn't been rebuilt as far as we knew, and me and William were just doing pulls. We were actually getting really close to the end. Like, it was getting to the point where as it climbed through the rev range, I mean, it was just climbing real hard while you're standing by it, and you just start going. Like, expecting either it to blow up or backfire real bad or just go, you know, and just like make
Explode
a bazillion horsepower or whatever. Yeah, or catch a rotor in the face or something, you know. But so we lost compression on the front rotor, just lost complete compression.
She sang her song and ran out of breath.
That's usually what happens when you drop an apex seal. A few things can happen. Like, you can crack an apex seal, you can break one, you can break a corner seal. The springs that hold the seals against the rotor housing, they can kind of lock up and not push the apex seal out all the way. That would be like amazing if that was it. If it was just that spring was weak or just like stuck or something like that. Like, we just put new springs, maybe new apex seals, and go. You know, like put her back together. But like the larger concern is, if we broke an apex seal or corner seal or something like that, and it got in the rotor housing and scarred it all up, you know, messed up a rotor and a housing and a freaking plate face or something like that, like, we could be replacing multiple pieces. Like I said, it was the front rotor housing that lost compression. That being said, I think we're going to take the whole thing apart, check the condition of everything since we've got it out.
Reseal it.
Reseal it. I'm going to talk to William and see if he wants to send the plates out to get them, you know, ported more or whatever.
Oh, okay.
You know, maybe for a Bridgeport or something.
Didn't he say he thought it was ported?
He did. He said he thought that it had some sort of port because it sounded kind of brappy and.
The car sounds good.
Yeah, I think so too. Even though I pretty much put this whole thing together, this is kind of the beginning of my rotary knowledge, my rotary education right there, because I put this whole thing together, but I've never like taken a motor apart and like, you know, seen inside it, see how to rebuild it, and you know, the difference between this and that.
We've wanted to for a long time though.
We certainly have.
We've had another project in mind.
Yeah, we've got a 6-port sitting in there that came out of this, sitting in my garage floor that's together. We just never pull it apart, so I don't know. Anyways, that's where we are. It's blowing up. I'm gonna probably pull it tomorrow and take it.
He says probably. He's not probably. He's been working on it all day. He's taking it out tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to disconnect the trans bolts, take the V-mount out, and it's coming out. And then, yeah, we'll take it over to Williams, and he's going to help me kind of sift through it and see what's what.
Did you talk to William like a lot in this video about his cars and what he's done and that kind of thing?
I didn't, but
okay.
We probably will in the, like, I'm hoping to do like a breakdown video when we start taking this apart and have William kind of talk about what's what looks like what, and
maybe, just a thought, we could do a short video of like him and his two cars and just talk about what he's done and what he's doing now at the shop.
Yeah, right on.
And just have a short video talking about that, because he's really kind of our rotary expert.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And mostly just because he's done what you're doing before you did it.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, that's it. That's what we're doing. It's blown up.
Yep.
It's blowed up. That's the ending to this video.
Bye. Build back better.
Build back better.
Oh, that was too good to put in there.
Yeah, right.
All right, anyways. Bye, Bo.
Later.
Bye, guys.